Break. If you are just joining us, you are watching Man Talk here on KTN Home. I am your host, Susan Joroge, and I have been joined by this great group of gentlemen. We have MC Full Stop, we have Edward Digi, we have Samora, and we have Saint Steve-O. Now we are talking, you're seeing us smiling, we're very happy people, but we're actually having a very serious conversation. We've been talking about depression and even how it can lead eventually to suicide and all the symptoms and things that happen in between, and even how it has affected very many men, and not just in the past, but especially now during this pandemic, because lack of jobs, much lower income, it can really have a big effect on morale, and somebody's motivation to work. Now, before we go back into the conversation, I wanted to read the definition of depression now on Google, because we all gave our different definitions and how we understand it. So depression on Google is a group of conditions associated with the elevation or lowering of a person's mood, such as depression, and there's even bipolar disorder. So bipolar disorder is when you're swinging between them, very low, very high. Yes, and there's various depressions that have been, categorized as bipolar disorder. There's postnatal depression, which a lot of women experience after childbirth, and then there's clinical and major depression. Now, at least at this stage, I think in Kenya, people are starting to have the conversation of it is a real condition. It is a real medical condition you can get treatment for, treatment that can just be therapy, which is talking. The one we're talking about, the first best treatment is just to be able to talk to people and explain to them what is wrong. And then there's even treatment where you can see a psychiatrist and you can even be prescribed for medication if you're at that stage where you need medication to help you. Now, we've talked about some symptoms when we're talking about lack of motivation, uko chini hata hutaki kufanya vitu, and people not supporting you, and that's mainly what we've been talking about. Now, Full Stop, you talked about support from your family. Yes. That was so significant and really helped you. It didn't necessarily come from, so much of colleagues and friends or the high life that was in Nairobi. It was the people that have known you from the beginning.
Yes.
And Edward also said he went back to his true friends, the guys that knew him from childhood, when you've not started this hustling and this business and all that. Now, defining a man, why is there so much definition of a man that comes from your career and your money? Because even you guys are saying in the city, the calls, the messages, nisazile biashara is flowing. The events are there, the sports is there, the gigs are there, you're on TV, you're on radio. When that goes away, why do we forget who we are? Because who you are, is it your job? I feel like that's what happens in Nairobi. What do you think about that?
There's this thing that watu wameweka sana kwa wanaume, that the man has to be the provider. He's the provider. If you're not providing, you are less of a man.
Right.
Come on. We previously had Valentine's. Unaona watu wanapost mambo zile vitu wamefanyiwa. Sikuona mwanaume amepost ati baby wangu amenifanyia hii.
Right.
Niliona tu wanawake tu wamepost vile wamefanyiwa. There's this thing that men have to provide. I think hiyo ndio pressure imewekwa sana kwa wanaume.
And it doesn't make sense, because how is one human always the one giving? You have to have somewhere to pour from. Do you think that there's something wrong in our culture?
Okay, me, I'd like to ningependa kuongeza kwa hiyo conversation ulikuwa umeanza ya treatment.
Yes.
Umetoa types kadhaa za treatment. Na kuna treatment ingine poa sana, si lazima uende kwa daktari, si lazima umeze dawa.
Right.
Na si lazima ushare problem zako. Kama una feel basi watafeel when mwanaume uko chini. Edu alikuwa ameanza hiyo story. Sasa ile una feel uko down, get busy. So society yetu imetuonesha hivi, ama tumejionesha hivi sisi kama society. Mazi nasikia niko na stress, mazi bosi wangu mazi sijui alinifanyia nini. Mazi nilikuwa nachezaga hapa hii club, mazi wakanichuja, mazi sijui itakuaje. Si tuende hivi basi tukakunywe kitu.
Yeah. It's the solution kwanza.
Si ni ukweli? Si tuende hivi tukunywe kitu. Ukishakunywa 2-3 unasikia uko raha. Ile shida ilipunguka. Ukiamka asubuhi ziko marabwegze.
Exactly.
Shida marabwegze. Unacheki hapo ndo mali si tupambao.
Right.
Vijana wale wadogo kabisa ambao wataweza afford alcohol, wataenda wabai vitu zingine Nasikia siku hizi zinauzwa hadi kwa chemist. 20 bob, 25 bob. Amazing. Huyo kijana ningeaga kwa chemist hivi akiona macho za white akitoka ni mwingine.
Right.
Wild beast.
Yes.
Unajua? But tunasahau sasa ile unakula hizo vitu. Sasa ile unakunywa hizo vitu. Hakuna kitu unajisaidia nayo.
Hiyo shida bado inakungojea on the other side.
Exactly the same thing ambayo ilinihapenia ndo nianguke juu ya alcohol. Already nilikuwa na stress lakini sijui. Already niko na depression lakini sijui. So nifanye nini? Weka. Hatusemi kunywa alcohol ni mbaya.
No.
Si mbaya. But unafaa kuunderstand. Alcohol inafaa kuwa ni starehe. Umepiga hustle Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, umetokelezea wax. Si tuende hivi tukate.
Yes.
Tukiongea vile wax ilikuwa wiki.
Right.
Sato amka na mahangdown zako, Sunday relax, enda church. Monday anza another day.
Yes.
Lakini usikue tu wewe mazee ukiamka hivi unatetemeka lazima tukate ndo tu.
Ndio uwezane na your day.
Mimi siwezi kula mazee lazima. Bad manners. So hizo vitu ambazo tunasema tunajitoa nazo depression ndio unajiongeza. Get busy. Keep yourself busy. Yani do something. Edu alisema alienda ushago akaanza kucheza ball.
Yes, na coach a whole team.
You know? Sio lazima eti unataka coach hii team ifikie Manchester United. Unakuwa tu busy. Do something.
It's true. It's very true.
Alafu kuna tabia machali wengi sana, especially wale wanaishi kwa maesto. Na especially wale machali ambao wanaishi na wazazi. Wako na katabia kingine kabaya sana kwa nyumba. Wamejifungia. Kwa nyumba kuna wifi. Kwa nyumba kuna DSTV.
Yes.
Kwa nyumba kuna dish.
Yes.
Lakini
kwa nyumba kuna maji.
Lakini hakuna do.
Lakini hakuna do.
Hakuna do kwa nyumba.
Umeona?
And by the way, the crazy thing is, the sad thing is what you're talking about, because I think it's also happening with girls, by the way, this young age, is your Wi-Fi ujuni how much? Your DSTV ujuni how much? Your maji pia ujuni how much? Kazi yako tu ni kukunywa.
You know?
Yes. The day that you're removed from that situation and you have to provide your own water and your own Wi-Fi, it's a very different story, because the reason our parents are not at home enjoying their own DSTV is because they have to pay for that DSTV.
Na wako busy wakihustle. Sasa hawa say ndio wakati tunapata sasa kwa mtandao, kwa Facebook, kwa Instagram wanaongea vitu za ajabu. So the guy ana suffer from depression lakini hajui. Yeye anaona mimi niko fit na sosi na kula na kaa kwa keja, niko na internet ya free. Bro, get busy.
I like that. Samora, people maybe who might not be aware, because tunaongea mambo ya depression, and I think the crazy thing about some of these conditions ni hawaioni. And even the example Foodstuff amesema is even him, it took him a while to realize that I'm actually not okay, natafuta solution kwa alcohol. Natafuta solution in another bad place. You, what's your personal experience and story? And did you know that you were struggling?
I've been in depression like more than once.
Right.
Yeah. But I'll go quick into my solutions because like more than once is not a joke.
Yes.
So I'll go straight into the comeback.
Okay.
Like I'll just tell anyone who's feeling down, mwenye anasikia ni kama kuna pressure nini, first hustle at your own pace.
I like that. Your own lane.
Njia yako ni yako. Unaona? Kama tuseme kama itam haifanani, print yako ya tampa haifanani.
Yes.
Lifestyle itafanana aje? A small detail like that. You see, hustle at your own pace. Hizi stories za social media zinafanya watu wengi wako depressed. Wachana na machali, madem pia. Unaona?
Tunashindanga tukicompare.
Mnajicompare nao madem, ati dem aliweka nails 10k nini. Remember, nobody posts their failures.
Very true.
Kwa hivyo, hiyo social media ikakupatia pressure ya kutaka kukua msee ama kukua nini. Pale hustle at your own pace. Also our media sasa nyinyi.
Yes.
hizi vitu zenye lazima tuwapige, sio?
Yeah.
Wacha tuongee tu kweli. Wacha tuongee tu kweli. I know this is my last show to
No.
to appear. But anyway,
Not at all.
I know.
Ita depend, acha nisikilize kwanza.
What the media pays attention to,
Okay.
the media will pay attention to a man who bought a chopper for a lady.
Right.
But they'll never pay attention to a billionaire who cooks for the husband, a billionaire woman who cooks for the husband. So the perception is men should always have the money. Women too should also have the money.
Right. I like that.
Mguu ya left na right. Ikisonga ingine inasimama ingine inatembe. So me, I'd give also thanks to my family and my wife for being strong and being by my side.
Yes.
Because that's what also made me bounce back.
Right.
So family is important, true friendship is important, being at your own lane, at your own pace is important for yourself, and that is what will help you bounce back.
I like
I
that.
believe all my friends will agree with that.
Yes.
Be in touch with yourself. Kanga saa zingine peke yako, jisikizie we ni nani. What do you want?
Yes.
Unaona? So that you're not swayed around by these small things.
No, I completely agree. I think, you know, you've said that thing for know yourself. And I think a lot of people just say that statement.
Yeah.
Very likely. But it
Yeah.
means something very different. Because every time unafanya kitu, like what Full Stopper said, be busy.
Yeah.
You know, every time you do something different, you learn something about yourself.
Yeah.
You see, like now, Edward, working in the sports industry in Nairobi, akiwa Kitale, maybe he's working with younger boys.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a different setup. There's something you learn about yourself.
Yeah.
Now you're a leader, you're a coach. Maybe kuna boy mwingine anakuanga difficult. Utajua, even me, if this is how I am when I'm a coach and I'm dealing with this person.
Yeah.
You learn something new about the kind of person that you are. Now, you touched on getting depression more than once, which I actually really like.
Yeah.
I myself have struggled with the condition.
Yeah.
And what I learned is in your brain, emotionally it's a mood disorder and you're feeling very low, you're feeling unmotivated, but in your brain there's an actual chemical imbalance. Ndio maana saa zingine hauwezangi kujitoa. You need help, you need support. Now, for you, when you say you had it more than once, how do you control yourself now, maybe to make sure you don't get into that place again?
Yeah, like I said, I'm just in my frequency. So like I would always choose people who are vibrating on the same frequency.
Okay.
I'd choose situations that vibrate with my frequency or my energy. Like hakuna haja ukwe pahali penye ufeel uko poa.
Right. Uko uncomfortable. We put ourselves in a lot of situations.
Sasa juu hizi pressure. Unaona? Sasa unakuja unajipata at first na unajua inaishangaje. Nilijua tu. Ulijua. Unajua ngeo kitu.
It's very true.
I knew this person will mess me up.
Yes.
All the red flags were up.
Yeah.
Lakini juu wewe unataka kukuwa na msemo mnaonekana mko cool.
Right.
You go straight into it. So like it's just basically what I said. Be in touch with yourself. Jisikizie kila saa. Unajua unaweza danganya kila mtu, hawezi kudanganya.
That's true.
Hawezi kudanganya.
By the way.
Hata wasenya na kwa hizi chat fake tuseme tu ama pastor baya.
Yeah. They
are
know.
lying to everyone apart from themselves.
Them they know what they're doing.
And where they emerge victorious, juju wanakanga peke yao wanajisikizi.
Yeah. No, it's true. Spending a lot of time with yourself and not allowing yourself to be in those uncomfortable situations. Like, you know, financially, I think it's very big. Like now with the pandemic, people have started going out again. Like we're shooting here at a restaurant that's open, that's running. And maybe I'm seeing other media personalities are going out. They're having lunch, they're having dinner. But me, personally, my financial situation doesn't allow me. But I'm still wanting to force issues.
Because we're the media.
Exactly, and put myself in that place. Now, I want us to talk about this other side, when you're not the one who is depressed. But you are maybe seeing kuna mtu ana lost kwa situation. So maybe it's your brother, you're noticing, okay, maybe this person has started drinking more than I think that they should, or maybe they're missing work. You know, I'm seeing someone is really unmotivated. Nikiwa na yeye, like you had talked about not being present when you're at the gym. I'm talking to you, but naona since Steve wako hapa, we're not in the same location. What's your advice for somebody who notices there's something wrong,
I remember
if it's a man especially, because naonanga njasa zingine mko hard ku approach, mnasema muongei, but you are difficult sometimes to talk to.
I remember a family counselor alikuja when my dad was in India. Alikuja akaniambia, young man come. Akasema, this thing you are facing, you might either go two ways, either ukue better ama ukue bitter.
Okay.
Yeah, ali notice from vile tu ananiangalia vile niko, ali notice huyu ako na shida. So you need to find someone ambao unaweza talk to. Hata ukiona mtu tuseme my brother anasumbuka anakunywa more than enough ama anafanya vitu zingine, you need to look for a wise way uende ukambring closer, aweze kufunguka to you.
Yes. So we shouldn't be scared. Approach the person and talk.
Be scared kwa sababu it might go two ways.
Yes,
either,
like you said.
Imshinde kutoka. Unajua kuna watu wengine huwa wana bounce back. Kama my brothers hivi waliweza ku bounce back. Lakini kuna wengine hawawezi bounce back, wanaenda kabisa. So we don't want to go to fika ile point ameenda kabisa and we had the opportunity ya kumsaidia. So just find a wise way ya kuweza kuwa na yeye kwa hii maisha yake.
Yeah, and talk to them. Any other piece of advice for somebody who might notice there's a family member, somebody who's not quite right?
Yeah, my advice to the young people, especially men, we put ourselves under a lot of pressure, especially due to social media influence. We are always on social media trying to compare our lives with other people. Just the same way he said, no one shares their bad side on social media.
True.
We are always sharing the best side of our lives. So ile tunaweza ambia tu my youths, ukiona unakuwa under pressure sana juu unaona mabeste wako wana hang out in a posh places ama wana drive magari kubwa on social media ama wana share picha zenye wanapiga sherehe na wewe uwezi, just log out of social media for some time. Give yourself time off social media. Just reevaluate yourself. Don't compare yourself to any other person. Kuna time nyingine pia tunaangalia huyu ni age mate wangu tulikuwa naye shule. Alipata job fiti, ana drive gari fiti, mimi sina gari.
So you're wondering.
So unajieka pressure ile ya why am I not driving the same way as my friend? Na tulikuwa naye hata mimi nilikuwa choked kumshinda. What I can tell such a guy is kila mtu ako na life yake na kila mtu ako na destiny yake na utafika hapo when your time comes. So you just need to work hard, focus, be smart, and don't try to be jealous of other people. Don't try to put a lot of pressure on yourself. Sijui maboys wangu wameoa mawife wazuri, wanaishi life poa, mimi sina girlfriend, mimi sijaoa. That should not worry you. Your time will come. You just keep doing you. Just keep doing what you need to do. Do the right things at the right time. Hizo vitu zote zita fall in place. You don't need to put a lot of pressure on yourself.
Yes, I like that. Full stop. I want you to talk to the young men as well.
Yes,
but I want you to touch on sisi wa creative industry because I feel like, I mean, you've been in the game for so long. There's a lot more fakeness and there's a lot more, my job, I'm a TV presenter, there's a lot of presenting. Of a different life. And it's creating a lot of pressure. What would you want to say to those people?
Okay, before niende kwa auto entertainment, neza taka sana niwa remind kuhusu incidents ambazo zimefanyika after shule zimefunguliwa. Sijui kama mmenotice.
Yes, I was actually going to ask about that. Why the students are so angry and they're not being able to cooperate with teachers?
Hapo ndo naenda sasa. Kwa sababu I think hii time ya pandemic I think ndo the longest time watu wamekaa nyumbani.
Yes, na unajua in isolation unakaa tu kwa nyumba.
And before that watu wao walikuwa busy shule nini so hawakuwa wanapatana na society sana. Walikuwa wanaenda shule wakirudi home wanakaa time kidogo. Na hiyo time wamekaa home hiyo like 1 year wamerudi shule, vitu nyingi sana in fact yani vitu mbaya zimefanyika ni violence na mpaka end up kuwa mpaka kuna killings. Unapata teenager anaua family.
Imagine.
Like you're supposed to love your mom.
Yes.
You're supposed to love your dad.
Yes.
And then unaenda na wakata shingo.
Imagine.
Why? I think niko na hiyo story. Society iko hivi siku hizi because mimi ni entertainer na watu ambao na entertain most ni our teenagers. sisi kama society tumejieka kwa katabia fulani tunaangalia teenager vile anakaa and then tunakuwa na hate towards teenagers.
Right.
Nitaisema hivi mahali mu perform places mingi utapata kwa entrance wataangalia huyo anakaa sawa, unaweza ingia, wewe unakaa teenager, sijui unakaa vipi washakujudge kulingana na vile wewe ni teenager. Ukipatana na teenager amekaa, kuna ka design fulani wanavaaga. Society siku hizo wanawaita maodi. You know? Walijenga mpaka jina wakawaita maodi. So utapata wanavaa ka skinny jeans, kafupi, na once umeshavaa hivyo mpaka mtu akipitana na wewe anaangalia mfuko. You know?
Yeah, because an OD is, you're supposed to be suspicious. They are thieves. You know? They're gonna take some from you.
Sasa hiyo hate ya society imefanya sasa au mavijana pia wameturn kuwa na hate towards us.
Right, because when I expect already autumn
si umenichukia. So wewe ni enemy wangu. Mimi nika soldier, niko kwa battlefield. So once umenishanichukia basi wewe ni enemy wangu. So unapata huyu kijana life yake iko hivi. Naongea kusumbaka sasa muona violence imefika kwa family So kama mtu anaua parent wake inamaanisha pale home pia hayuko fit, hakuna love. Umeona? So pale hivyo home already akona depression ya family, yani family hata hizi kanao chini awaambie na go through hii na hii na hii. Aizi hata waambia mazee kuna kijana fulani mazee kila nikikutana na yeye wagana ni bully. Zamani tulikuwa tunaenda tunaambia buda, kijana alinirusha ice cream, ako wapi?
Yes.
Kijana alinikanyaga kiatu alafu sikiza akikupata piga kahasho. Umeona? Sasa siku hizi hao mabuda wako absent.
True.
Mother akiambia vitu kama hizo, I understand.
Ajui kudeal because how we socialize as girls is very different to how you guys as boys.
Sasa, so unaona kijana already pale home ashaikiwa depression. Akitoka hapa hivi nje society inamuogopa. So nitadu basi mimi ni soja kwa battlefield, tupatane huko mbele.
I've never thought about it like that, by the way.
Tupatane mbele. So mimi nitakuwa nakupata simu, si unaniogopa nenda kuchukulia simu, acha nichukue basi.
Chukue anyway.
You know? Yani sisi ndio tunawatan wakuwe waizi, wakuwe wanafanya hizo vitu wanafanya. Kwa sababu already tushaonesha hiyo fear. So sisi kama society majamaa, wacheni niwaambie, tuache kuchukia vijana tafadhali sana. Ma teenagers. Jiulize saa nyingine sasa ile unaangalia kijana wenyewe juu amevaa hivi na hivi na hivi, una mlabel kitu fulani najaka kwa brother yako, najaka kwa son wako. Utafilaje?
The most important thing is don't show you're fearful of this person. Treat them like any other human.
Na ndio maana nawaambia hiyo ni stage ya teenagers. Hata siku zetu pia sisi tulikuwa na style. You know? Alafu tuka overcome. Sasa hata ukionyesha picha yako mtu yule, alafu ambao hivyo unasema
please. Stage
imepita. Advice yangu inakuja kwa watu wa society mazee mavijana tuwapende jo.
I like that. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Saint Steve, we are finishing up, guys. I'm so sorry. I only have 1 hour, you know, so tweet KTN home, tell them you want to, and we'll see if we can work it out. But that's most of the time that we have for today. But before you go, I want you guys to big up your hustles. I want you to tell the people watching Man Talk what you do, where they can find you, and of course, if you have a last piece of advice, you can share that as well.
They can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Saint Steve. Na pia, what I can say, the last advice, lazima ninge preach before ishe. The Bible says, cast your anxiety unto him because he cares for us. So whatever you are, cast your anxiety unto God because he cares for us. So whatever you're facing, hata kama sisi hatujui nini unapitia, if you don't find anyone to talk to, cast your anxiety unto God. Ama unaweza tutafuta Instagram or Facebook, tunaweza ongea na wewe.
I like that. Thank you so much, Saint Steve. Samora?
MC Samora, Instagram, Samora OG1, Twitter, Facebook MC Samora, Director, Clear Cut Limited, PR, marketing, audiovisual production.
Nice.
Tupatane hapo tubonge.
I'm Edward Dindi. Patane Facebook, Edward Odindi. Pia kwenye Twitter the same. Mine is just to encourage young men. Don't hide your feelings out there. Speak out.
Yeah. Also, you're a new coach. If anyone is looking for coaching services.
Actually, I'm taking my coaching courses from next month, so it's
Amazing! Oh man, I'm so happy.
Cheki, you appreciate wase kama hawa ambao wanafanya something kwa society.
Yes.
You know? Yes, yani unapata Edu kwa hiyo coaching yake ana play part mpaka ya dadu wa kijana fulani.
True.
Hapo tu kwa uwanja.
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, MC Full Stop is my name kwenye Instagram, kwenye Twitter na kwenye Facebook. And I think tuko na the most played live sessions. Unaweza download kwa hearthis.at/reggaeboys kwenye YouTube. I think we are the leading kwa numbers. So na appreciate mazee for the love ambayo mmetupatia over the years. I think this is the only we are the only sound system hapa hivi Kenya tumeweza kupata more than 3 million views kwa YouTube.
Oh, nice.
So tuna appreciate all the love and support. I'll see you. On Sundays I play reggae music at a place called Timber in Eldoret. Alafu sato siwaga kwa tenje fulani hapo sisi majina saizi but time inakuaga kuanzia saa 1 hadi saa 4. Show inaitwa Weekend Show, MC Full Stop and DJ Smash. Advice ya mwisho mavijana, please tafuta hobby, usikae sana na tenje, usicheze sana PS5 na usikae sana kwa nyumba. Get out, pigwa na jua, pigwa na vumbi, na kama hauna kakiru maze, tafuta hata Edu, mtu kama Edu akufundisha kucheza ball, basketball. Get busy maze.
Yeah.
Juu ukikaa pale hivyo home ukifikiria kila kitu ni poa, uko na wifi nini, hapo ndo unaingia depression because unaona life ya watu wengine inaendelea na wewe uko pale pale.
Very
Au sio?
true.
And then last but not the least, have a blessed 2021. We are the COVID survivors.
Yes. Thank you so much. It was so cool, MC Full Stop, to actually meet you in person, like they were saying. We've heard your voice. I really appreciate you guys sharing. For everybody that watched this episode today, in case you're struggling, I hope we didn't trigger you. I hope we have not made things harder. I think they have given really good advice, and they've also given you some challenges. Kama unataka kutoka kwa shida yako, you're also gonna have to put in a little effort. So talk to people who are around you, tell them that you're not okay, and like they've said, try get busy. If you need treatment services as well, please do seek so. I'm actually going to try and tweet while the show is happening any resources that I know of, free or otherwise, for therapy, for anyone you can talk to. Sometimes it's easier when it's a stranger. So I will be sure to share those on my social media. I'm at Sura Common everywhere on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Keep the conversation going. Use the hashtag ManTalk and the hashtag KTN Life and Style. Otherwise, you can keep it here, KTN Home. This has been ManTalk. Thank you and goodbye.